Now on WSAV First News at 4, the damage after days of freezing temperatures, busted pipes causing a serious and expensive problem. Plus, sextortion scammers targeting children in Georgia. We're on your side with what parents need to know. And Savannah's earned the title of Hostess City for a reason. Find out why travelers say we're the friendliest.
It's 4 o'clock on WSAV, on your side. Now, WSAV presents First News at 4.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Edward Moody. Tina is taking some time off. Thank you for joining us. Well, as the weather warms up from the recent cold snap, residents are discovering the damage left behind. The city of Savannah tells us they've had over 100 calls asking for water to be shut off because of busted pipes. There are some steps you can take to prevent it from happening. WSAV's Kyra Jones is on your side with what you need to know.
As we continue to deal with the recent impact of freezing temperatures, the city has urged residents to check on their pipes.
If you see that, you know that it's probably time to go ahead and do some preventative maintenance to get those replaced.
The stretch of cold weather has left some folks dealing with leaky pipes, causing a pretty expensive repair bill. And if you don't want to deal with the hassle of replacing these water lines, here's what you should know. You want to make sure you turn the valves under the sink once a year to prevent freezing pipes. Protecting your pipes outside of your home is no different. Take the time to add this to your to-do list.
So you want to make sure that your hose spigots, you're dripping those when it's cold out. If you have hose spigots that are mounted through the brick, you can actually get a styrofoam cover from your local hardware store to protect that during freezing temperatures. Okay. You also need to know where your shut-off valves are. That's probably the most important.
If you do experience a leak, the city of Savannah offers water and sewer support. You can contact them by dialing 311. Reporting in Savannah, Kyra Jones, WSAV News 3 on your side.
The average cost to repair a pipe is around $200, but could run into the thousands depending on the damage. All right, in the Low Country, a push to protect your pipes following days of freezing temperatures. The Beaufort Jasper Water and Sewer Authority says a lot of people are dealing with water leaks and pressure problems. The utility is encouraging customers to look for leaks. If you have any, you should turn your water off. You can also call 843-987-9200 to arrange for a technician to help.
Now, WSAV News 3 on your side weather with Storm Team 3 Viper Radar, powered by the Dozier Law Firm.
And right now, that warmer weather is trying so hard to move back in to the coastal empire and Low Country. And the majority of us will stay above freezing tonight. But there are a few of you who could drop to that freezing mark. And we'll take a look at that in just a second. But right now, with a live look right over City Market in downtown Savannah, that sun is out. It is not a bad afternoon to be out at all. Temperatures are feeling pretty good. Most of us climbing, as expected, to the upper 50s to low 60s. Right now in Savannah, it is 61 degrees. It is 55 on Hilton Head, 58 in Beaufort. We have 59 degrees in Richmond Hill, and it's 62 degrees in Glenville, putting us right where we should be this time of year. This is normal. And when you compare it to 24 hours ago, most of us have seen about a 5 to as much as a 10-degree warm up from yesterday. So let's take a look at our overnight lows for the next several nights, because tonight, as the majority of us drop down to lows in the 30s, this is it. We will drop to lows in the 50s over the weekend, and it looks like we are going to keep things on the very mild side as we head into next week. For tonight, under clear skies, we're dropping to 45 at 7, at 9:41, and then we're down to 39 degrees at 11 p.m. Now, the very latest on our Viper radar. No rain showers. High pressure is still in control, but the high pressure system is starting to build away from the East Coast. We're still going to keep things dry for the overnight hours, and tomorrow it is going to be a dry day with a lot of sunshine too. So let's talk about the lows, because some of you are going to be very close to that freezing mark, if not a degree below it, like 31 in Sylvania. Hampton, you're dropping to 32. Statesboro, Metter, 33, so flirting with it. 36 degrees will be the low in Rankin, dropping to 37 in Savannah, 36 in Hinesville, 35 in Vidalia, and 37 will be the low in Jessup. Then tomorrow, look for sunshine all day, even warmer than today, with highs climbing to the mid to upper 60s, putting us a few degrees above average instead of being trapped in that Arctic chill. On the 7-day forecast, highs are back in the 70s, but over the weekend, we do have a storm system coming, and rain showers are likely on Saturday. Then into next week, look at how warm it's going to get. 75 on Tuesday and 76 on Wednesday. In tonight's Time Saver traffic, we are seeing a backup along I-95 southbound. That delay all the way from Hardeeville all the way back to Ridgeland in Jasper County. And the latest with our drive times to get out of Savannah, no delay. I-16 to 78 and Highway 17. And I'll have much more coming up in just a few. Edward, back to you.
All right, thank you, Chris. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is looking into a deadly Christmas Day shooting in Claxton. The GBI says Evans County deputies found 31-year-old Marvin Smith suffering from gunshot wounds in a yard on East James Street. He died at the scene. So far, no one has been arrested. If you have any information, you're asked to call the GBI at 912-871-1121. Police in Richmond Hill are still looking for a woman missing now for about a month. You're looking at the last known video of Demetria Watson getting into her car the morning of November 28th. Her family has not heard from her since then. If you have any information, you are asked to call 911. Well, Atlanta's FBI office says holiday scams are on the rise, including gift frauds, fake charitable causes, and package delivery scams. But the biggest increase is sextortion crimes targeting children. WSAV's Archit Seshadri reports from our Georgia Capitol newsroom.
The FBI says it's received 7,000 reports related to online sextortion of minors, mostly boys, resulting in 3,000 victims. Investigators say cybercriminals use social media sites to lure victims, typically between the ages of 14 and 17, and pretend to create fake female accounts.
Sextortion is a term we use when a child is communicating with someone on the internet that they think may be another child, and the person they're talking with is generally not a child. They ask the victim child for images of themselves naked.
Predators will request explicit pictures from victims, then hold them at ransom to expose them online if they don't fork up a fee.
If it's a sexually motivated sextortion, it's more likely than not the victim's a girl. If it's a financially motivated sextortion, like a sextortion for money, the victims are almost always boys.
Sextortion scams typically target teenage boys most often through various social media, such as Facebook, TikTok, any place that would allow video chat.
FBI agents say holiday scams and online crimes are up in Georgia and target kids who are home on their digital devices.
One of the rules that I think is the most important, especially for younger kids who are learning the appropriate use of internet-enabled devices, is that those devices are not allowed in the private areas of the house for that child. They cannot use them in their bedrooms, and they cannot use them in the bathrooms.
The FBI says the criminals are typically based out of the country. Reporting in Atlanta, Archit Seshadri, Atlanta Bureau Chief.
The FBI says talk to your kids about online communication and set rules to avoid becoming a victim. Well, just before an end-of-the-year deadline, city and county leaders have finalized a big agreement on a split of tax money for the next decade. Chatham County and 8 cities agreed on the plan this week to adopt a new local option sales tax distribution plan. The plan comes after a lot of back and forth at the negotiating table over the last several months. Starting next year, the county will take 25% of the money. The rest is split among the 8 cities. There are small changes to the plan through 2025. From there, things level off, and the county will get 31%, with the other 69% going to the municipalities from 2026 to 2032. The people in Savannah are friendly, and Condé Nast Traveler readers agree. The website asked readers to rate the nation's friendliest cities, and Savannah took the top spot. Now, people are loving the food, bookstores, and squares around our town. Charleston also made the list, coming in second place. Still ahead, it's Wellness Wednesday, when we focus on your mental health. After the break, the impact social media has on dealing with suicide in our communities. You're watching WSAV First News at 4. We'll be right back.